Again, I want to confirm and clarify that Deloitte was not banned from any work. We have a vendor performance management system. They were not banned from any work.
Who's lying then? Because we heard in Operations Committee very clearly.
Just, Mr. McCall, I'm going to ask you just to kind of tone down the language. We have witnesses here.
This guy's garage. Like and subscribe.
June 2022, we had an order paper come back saying Treasury Board spent $214,000 for the benefit delivery review. I'm wondering who did we pay that money to, or was that internal costs, or was that an outside contractor?
Yes, it was a combination of both. We used a firm to help with some of the analysis.
What was the firm?
BDO.
BDO, okay. Is BDO involved in?
Most of that work was actually powered by my office, though. Just to be clear, we wrote the final report.
And this is to PSBC. I know that Deloitte was given a contractor as part of this systems integration. Deloitte was banned from CBSA for bidding on the ArriveCan app because of problems with their assessment and revenue management initiative. So how can they be banned from CBSA but given contracts for this important program?
Thank you very much for the question, Mr. Chair. Deloitte was not banned from their work at CBSA.
Okay, very clearly we were told in the Operations Committee as part of the ArriveCan study that GC Strategies was given a sole source because Deloitte was banned. And this gets to my next issue, and this comes out of a time when it was our friend, Mr. Osowski, John Osowski was head of CBSA who did this, and now Mr. Osowski, of course, is managing director of PwC, which is heavily involved in this program as well. Do you have any concerns of this issue going around? So we have CBSA testifying that they banned Deloitte and gave a sole source contract to GC Strategies. The gentleman involved, who actually lied in committee about another thing with GC Strategies, is now the managing director of PwC, which has his hooks into the government for this program.
Okay, one second. I got a point of order here from Ms.
I'm just questioning the relevance of this line of questioning to the witnesses.
Good Lord.
That's not a point of order, Ms. Shanahan, and it's an intriguing question. I'll turn it back to Mr. McCall. You've got 2 minutes, 40 seconds left.
So are there concerns about PwC linked to this very important project?
Thank you very much for the question.
As well as, again, how did Deloitte get involved when they were banned from bidding on the ArriveCan because of how they messed up the assessment and revenue management initiative?
Again, I want to confirm and clarify that Deloitte was not banned from any work. We have a vendor performance management system. They were not banned from any work.
Who's lying then? Because we heard in Operations Committee very clearly.
Just, Mr. McCall, I'm going to ask you just to kind of tone down the language. We have witnesses here.
I can get a point of order.
No, you're hearing it from me, Mr. McCauley. Okay. Mr. McCauley, I have the floor, not you. We witnesses here. I don't want allegations of anyone lying. We're getting some good testimony.
I will rephrase if you
Thank you.
Me.
That is what I'm asking.
Who is not providing fulsome information then? We heard very clearly in testimony, and I can send you the blues if you wish from the Operations Committee, that GC Strategies was given sole source because the other company considered Deloitte was put in the penalty box and not allowed to bid. And this is right from CBSA. So the gentleman with CBSA is now managing director of PwC, which has its hooks into the government on this program. We have Deloitte, which got bumped from bidding on a project by CBSA, has their hooks in the government for this program. Do you understand my concern?
Thank you very much. Yeah, I actually do understand your concern because obviously there's an ecosystem of vendors and government out there. PwC and Deloitte, all the ones in the BDM have competed for the work.
Are you aware of our concerns? Like, do you see the circle here? of all these people involved.
As I've noted, there's an ecosystem. Let me go back to the CBSA perspective. We don't know of a penalty box. We've checked our vendor performance, and we have nothing that would indicate that Deloitte is in there. So that's the first question. As it relates to PwC, this has been a contract that's been in place, I believe, since 2019. So was competitively let. There's no direct involvement or nexus.
Do the departments not talk? Like, do you not watch what comes out of VOGO? Do your staff not watch what comes out of Operations Committee when we're talking about IT issues? And that's open to anyone here. Like, there were very, very big allegations made.
So thank you very much again on that observation. To note that we've been taking very active, aggressive stance in terms of our procurement of the IT consulting.
Deloitte, follow up with CBSA and let the committee know why they made those comments about Deloitte? Would you?
I see that's an affirmative answer. Yes, thank you very much. That is your time, Mr. McCauley. We'll look for that response as best you can. Appreciate it. Turning now to our last member, Ms. Shanahan, you have the floor for 5 minutes, please.
Well, thank you, Chair, and I thank you for intervening earlier because I would like to remind those watching this committee that this is the Public Accounts Committee. And it's not government operations. Mr. McCauley knows that, he being the chair of the Government Operations Committee. I remember sitting in this committee 2015, 2016, looking at the shared services, the Phoenix report from the Auditor General, which talked about the failings of the Phoenix program at that point. And we heard from the current leader of the opposition, who was sitting in that committee, who had been I believe, the ESDC minister in the previous Harper government, that the firing of 700 public servants who were experts in their fields, in the HR systems in their fields, was a savings. That was a savings to the implementation of the Phoenix system. And that was what we heard then. And of course, we see the results today. Now, I understand that we have continued to work.
Ms. Shanahan, just 1 second, please. And
I'll just intervene, repay the favor. I was actually at that meeting, and I will note that those terminations happened after the Liberal government took over.
That's not a point of order. And Mr. McCauley, thank you very much. Ms. Shanahan, you have the time.